Hey everybody, little quick video here on another upgrade to the 2022 KLR Adventure ABS. It's such a long name, but you have to kind of put it all in there, I guess. It's a habit now. So I was looking at the crash bars available online, and I didn't like most of them. The ones I really liked are on Obtainium on TRexRacing.com. They had the best looking set, and they were integrated in with the factory lower bars. In other words, you could keep the lower crash bars and use their uppers, which look very well made and look really cool. Um, the problem was I called them and they had no idea when they were going to get some more. So the ones I ended up settling for were still pretty good. They look good on it. I didn't like the ones, I can't remember the name of them, that kind of come up in a little loop from the bottom. I don't like the looks of those. They didn't look like they protect everything that the others would. So I ended up getting a DirtRacks upper crash bars. Now here's the thing. In their website, in the description, it says cannot use, they're made for the adventure model, but you cannot use the factory crash bars because they share the same mounting location. Well, I like the lower crash bars because I've crashed and they protected things. They got scratched up, but nothing else did. So I wanted to keep them because not only do they stick out to the sides in front of the engine, but along the side of the bottom of the engine as well. So I thought of a way to integrate them. And what I did is I cut this off of them on both sides. This is the mount that goes where your upper crash bar or lower crash bars from the factory mount. So I cut it off of the new uppers from DirtRacks. And you're like, well, what the hell, man? How do you mount it now? Well, I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'm gonna show you. Oh. All right, so there it is. Pretty badass looking, right? Here is the key to it. See, this goes, oops, went this way, right? Well, I cut them off and notched them, and then just kind of semicircle notch in them, and then welded them. Of course, you had to grind the powder coating off here, or paint, whatever it was. Same here, and notched the metal so that it made it up to this, and then welded with a MIG welder this to this. Okay, so I'll go around here, same thing on this side. It's a little dark in here, but yeah, just made it right to the side there, welded it together. Make sure when you're welding on any vehicle that you disconnect the negative post on your battery so you don't accidentally fry your electronics in the vehicle. Whether that'll actually happen or whether it's an old wives' tale, I'm not sure, but it's worth not taking the risk. But I think the bike looks so much cooler. But even better than that is now the plastics are protected. Now I like the T-Rex racing ones because they had like some bars going through here as well. Just in case, something, a rock or something could pop up through here. Sorry about my camera work, I'm not paying attention. But anything could still make it through this hole and crack that. Anyway, so another thing I'm thinking about modifying is I want to get, it's probably like a 1/2 inch diameter bar here from the factory mount light, or for the lights, and come off of here and then come down to here or here, somewhere in this area, wherever it looks nice, just kind of a rim around that light, because I've seen these get broken off when people dump them and it breaks right there. And like everything else in the supply chain economy, it's probably on obtainium now too, not to mention it's probably not cheap to get a light case or a bracket or whatever. Yeah, they're rubber mounted, but they'll only give so much. But I've seen these get broken on a couple of your channels. And so what I've been doing is, if you saw my other videos, I took them off, just unplugged the wire here, took these out, and then just put them in my tent and went off-roading and then put them back on before I left. But anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking about putting this 1/2 inch bar to match this and around the rim, and then weld it to here too, to give that protection for the lights. So anyway, that's that. And I think if you have access to a little MIG welder, I mean, it's just a 110 115 volt, whatever, little MIG welder, and it worked great. And these things aren't going anywhere. So yeah, that's not going anywhere. So because you can see, the factory, down here along the side protects this case. Yeah, you can spend more money on one of those big, ugly, gaudy looking skid plates, but I don't like those. I think they look kind of stupid. Yeah, they might work, but they don't look as good as that. So another little thing, here's the update on looking at the tread life on the Tusk D Sports. Still rocking pretty well. I've got 1,100 miles on these tires now, and I just put, I'd say 80% of that's probably asphalt. I'm just getting to and from dirt, and I just did a whole long asphalt trip this weekend, 420 some miles on the asphalt, 2-lane twisties. And so anyway, they're still holding up, but that's it for today. The main thing was just showing, how I modified the DirtRacks so that I could, DirtRacks crash bars, so that I could keep the lower factories that I think are very useful. So, all right, that's that. Put stuff in the comments or whatever if you have any other ideas about protecting those lights, or if you've modified crash bars or anything else to fit. Yeah, let's see what you do, man. These things are cool. Later, Gators.